Right, so the thing I missed that I wanted to mention is, so they try and make you happy, but, like, they always fall short. They always fall short because of their own limitations, and I think that in their mind, they convince themselves that if they did the decent thing, if they were just a little bit kinder, if they were a little bit more responsible, if they weren't abusive, then they would be too good for us, for me and my mom. And then they would have to leave, which is no good because they think that we need them. That's another thing, is they think we need them when really they need us. My dad really needed my mom when he was establishing himself as a doctor so that he could get his dream, which was a much younger white wife, and get a nice house with that person, have a baby with that person. He needed my mom as a crutch in order to get there, because if he was by himself, I don't think he would have had the proper motivation. If he didn't have me and my sister, I don't think he would have had the proper motivation. And my husband is using me the same way, I feel, where he's in a job where he feels validated every day. He's in a job where he would sneak off to the bathroom and take pictures of his dick and sext people while we were together, while I was trying to help him buy a house back in New England. He was able to compartmentalize and be a total shithead, but also be revered as this great worker. And he needed me throughout that experience to feel validated and to feel complete validation, because without me, then he's just this creepy guy working hard and trying to get ass. So I kind of made him look more respectable. But I feel like it's inevitable that he's going to leave me for someone more desirable that he can respect more, that he gets along better with, because we are not getting along well at all at the moment. We're not even talking. And so back to the point of, like, why are you in this relationship, Brian? It's kind of like how I see my mom. We're this couple that knows they're going to break up eventually, that knows they have to break up eventually, but they're kind of putting it off because, you know, it's not the right time, there's not enough money, we don't have the self-assurance we need to feel like we made the right decision without any regret. In her case, I feel like it was a lot more irresponsible because there were kids involved, and she basically was very instrumental in ruining my life by dragging it out. I knew it was going to happen. It was this impending doom hanging over my head, but they were just waiting, biding their time, waiting for the proper moment. And my mom, I don't think she was ever going to leave because she's just so fucking lazy. Well, not anymore, but she got really lazy in the relationship because my dad paid for everything, and she must have felt like she had something over him because of the toe incident. And that's not how I ever want to feel, and I'm afraid that that's how I felt for a while after my husband injured my shoulder, and after he broke down a door in the apartment, and I filmed him because I was afraid, and he put me in a headlock to delete the footage. I'm not saying by any means that I'm the pure victim here. I will say, though, that I look absolutely disgusting. It's because I have eczema and it flares up a lot. Anyway. Yeah, so for me, it's like, if I leave, I go home to a house where my sister is doing her own thing, but we clash a lot, and it's gotten so bad that I personally feel like she blackmailed me and then gaslit me, and then I went crazy, and she used that against me to get the cops to kick me out of our house. She served me with a restraining order, but then she rescinded it, and it just felt like this really intense slap on the wrist for something that could have just been totally amicable, like, let's just not talk. Because before that happened, I told her, you know what, I feel like you betrayed me by telling Mom the one thing that she just would blow up at me about, that there would be no reasoning about, because my mom, she gets like single-handedly enraged about certain things, and there's no way to reason with her. I think that she's retarded too, in her own way. Maybe she's autistic, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's borderline. Something going on there. But I felt betrayed because my sister had told my mom that I had been sneaking my then fiance, now husband, into the house so that he could have a place to sleep, because he was living in his car at the time, and I was trying to live in the car too, because the apartment that we had lived in didn't accept Dalmatians, and everything was just fucked ever since I left LA, or ever since he left LA, because he made damn sure that I would regret kicking him out, even though it was his fault in the first place, because he was cheating and lying. So he just made a big mess of my life, and his life is moving on up. Like, he has a job, he has a career, he's not sacrificing anything for me, because what do I have? I have a place to shit, I have a place to sleep. And I guess if I leave, I'm afraid I won't have those things, because my sister will kick me out of the house again over a disagreement, or... Oh, right, so I'm spiraling. After I told her that I felt betrayed, I said, can we just, like, not be friends? Let's just not talk. And she tried to convince me otherwise. She was like, no, like, look, we can figure this out. We can still talk. And so I was like, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And then as soon as I said that, she was like, no, you know what? I don't want to be friends with you. Let's not talk. And that really just fucked me up. And I went crazy. I wrote on the walls, like, fuck you, like, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't retaliate. She just took pictures of everything, brought it to the police station, and had them kick me out of the house. And I thought that was just really conniving and just evil after how she treated me. And my dad was very judgmental of that, because he was just like, who writes on the wall? Who writes on the wall? Who breaks their Asian wife's toe after she throws his pager in the toilet? You. And he just thought, like, well, you didn't have a reason to do what you did. But, like, really? Okay. Anyway, so it all comes down to why am I staying? Because I could go to a house where I'm not doing so hot with my sister. I don't know. I feel trapped, because I really just want to go back to LA and try to become an actor. Even though, like, I myself feel hideous, and I think I have bad skin and thinning hair. It's what I went to school for. It's what I have a passion for. I love studying the way people act in movies. But I feel like if I go back, I'm going to be homeless. So I really need to hustle, or I need to, find someone with whom I haven't burned bridges already, to try and make it work, move in, do a roommate splitting rent situation. I've never done that before in my life, again, because my mom never let me make my own decisions. She never let me make my own mistakes until it felt like it was too late, because I was in college already and I was having a delayed adolescence. Such a mess. So maybe I should go to LA by myself, but I'm scared. So I don't know.